When you're ready and you're perfect meditation position, just close your eyes and just dedicate yourself to being here right now. And let's just make a point of that by taking the deepest breath you've taken all day and let it out all in one go in a nice audible sigh. And do that a few more times. And as you do that, just let the tension drop from your shoulders, from your hips, and from your feet with the out breath. And then as you sink into that final one, let's come straight into our belly breathing. So bringing the hands to the belly. And bringing the breath there as well. Feeling the breath. Move your hands up and down. And exaggerating it so it's slow and deep. Calming you, calming your nervous system, calming any stress hormones. Going into a deep diaphragmatic breath and telling our bodies it's time to rest and digest. Releasing all the stresses of the day so far. Now just let the out breath be slightly longer than the in breath, further relaxing us. Adopting the breathing pattern you do when you're deeply asleep. And now let's just notice the pause in between the in and the out breath. And just notice that for a few rounds now. With your hands still on your belly. With the slightly longer exhale. With the pauses in between breaths. So I'm just going to let you do that for a few rounds now. And now we've cleared ourselves of our daily stresses. Let's move into the next part of our practice. And let's bring that focus we've cultivated to ourselves. Now let's go into the area under our hands a little bit more deeply. So we're already bringing the breath there. But let's bring our mental focus there as well, our internal focus. Experiencing the sensations of breath here. So probing with your inner sight this area. How it feels. Scan this area, moving from your belly button over to your left hip and in a wide circle over to your right hip and back to the belly button, just getting an idea of how that area feels energetically, physically. And as you do this, you may notice physical or other sensations. You may feel emotionally uncomfortable or physically uncomfortable. But just be with it and see if it clears. And if it doesn't clear, that's okay. This means it is exactly what you're meant to feel today. So just be with it. Now let's just leave that there and go a little bit deeper. So trust me, trust yourself, trust this practice. And just allow yourself to sink into stillness and go a little bit deeper into that area with your full awareness and focus. And again, sit in this space and just be with it. And go as deep as you can. It's okay to go as deep as you feel safe to today. Trusting me, knowing you are safe. And once you're there, just spend a few moments getting a feel for this new experience of yourself, this new way of being you, this new awareness. And now what we want to do is get to the root of anything that stopped us from being truly us. So knowing you are safe, knowing you can just observe this with detachment. When have you been told you can't be, do, or say something? When were you told or did you believe something about yourself that was the complete opposite of who you truly are? Where have you been stopped from being truly you? And just allow that experience to materialize, seeing it as a form, a shape, colour, as matter. Allow it to form and get a sense of it as a form within you. And now just be with it, regarding it, just being with it. Acknowledging it. And as you're doing that, you might want to ask, was it you who stopped yourself, or somebody else? Was it society? So get a real sense of what this is, this block to you being truly you. And I'm just going to be quiet for a few moments as you do that, as you regard this, as you just allow it to be here now. And now you've got a sense of that. If you're ready to, let's clear this. And if you do want to, trust in your ability to do this in this space here. So first, let's acknowledge it. Let's acknowledge where it came from. And whatever purpose it was trying to serve. And we know what this is. It was fear of speaking or being your truth. This is a fear that's so easily passed from others or internalized by us. And we feel fear to protect us from something. So it was trying to help us, but it's no longer serving us. So simply ask it to go, or visualize it going, or feel it going. Do whatever you need to do to let it go. Simply allow it to dissolve. Allow it to move on. You don't need it anymore. And as you're doing this, take a deep breath into that area, and as you breathe out, you might want to visualize just letting it go. And do that a few more times, as many as you'd like to help you shift this. And allow it to go as much as it can. And notice how you feel as you do that. And now we've cleared this, we can see our path more clearly. So what is your truth? What is your unique path to take? Now, whatever you're seeing may surprise you, but just trust it. You may be seeing a symbol or metaphor for your path, so just go with it. Be happy with whatever's ahead for you, with whatever you see now. Now let's attune to this. So whatever this is, it exists already. It is here in the world already. Maybe somebody is already doing this, and they will be your new role model. Perhaps you see a place, a city or a studio or a building or a beach or a forest. Anything at all where this thing you're experiencing as your unique path happens. Or maybe it's an object or another thing you are called to. But whatever it is, ask it to be part of you now. Simply call it to you. Just allow it to come to you, knowing that what's truly right for you comes to you. And as that happens, allow it to take a form, a shape, a colour, become a matter. and bring this to the spot where the object we released lived and replace it. And you might want to just breathe that. Breathe into it. Breathing life into it. Breathing its existence within you. And how does it feel now it's part of you? Just experience that now. Understand this as part of you. This is your truth, so own it. And now let's strengthen this. So now bring this around you like a shield. Keep breathing it around you. And breathing it until you are fully immersed in this, in your own truth. And how does that feel? And then in your mind's eye, look outside of you and see others around you blossoming and living with their truth. See them living by and honouring their own unique path. And perhaps you see where their paths merge with yours. And perhaps you're seeing people you've never even met before. Or perhaps you do know them. And it's a complete surprise as to who they are. But see everyone around you happy, fulfilled, honouring their path, being truly and completely themselves. And just notice how you honouring your path enables others to as well, opening up the possibility for yourself and others. So just spend a few moments enjoying that, experiencing this, your true self, honouring your true path. And just know that that's there for you. It is simply enough to do this, to enable this, to open this space in your life. So let's leave that there now, trusting its reality, and come back to where we are now. So let's swim back up through the layers and come back to the experience of us breathing in to our hands at our bellies. And just feeling the breath moving the hands up and down. And noticing if the breath is different now, after allowing yourself to let go for a little while. And how do you feel now after doing this practice? Have you learned something new about yourself today? Or was it something that you've always known or have buried? Or was it something you were expecting? Just confirm that reality for you. And just allow the last waves of insight to resonate in your conscious mind. Now let's take 3 deep breaths in together. So breathing into the hands, feeling the belly rise. And breathing out slowly. Breathing into the hands. And breathing out slowly. And one more. And with your next deep in-breath, just bring your awareness to the places where your body contacts whatever you're sitting or lying on. And then you can start to bring some small movements into your body. And then listening to the sounds inside and outside the room you're in now, or perhaps you're outside. And just really coming back to this moment now. And when you're ready, open your eyes.